Welcome to 108 Gates. This is Leo's April reading for 2024. Absolutely fantastic energies are available for us, are washing through. Regardless of what we're hearing from some astrologers, I do not want to go into that space of doom and gloom. I definitely feel like Leo is not in the space of doom or gloom, so we're not bringing that in. We have loads of energies in Aries. I'm an Aries, absolutely digging this energy, loving this energy. It's fantastic energy to be working with, and we want to be, for those of you who are inclined to that more positive or realistic optimism vibe, we want to be utilising this to break those habits that have been dogging us. We want to be breaking those patterns which have been empowered in the wrong spaces, if that makes sense. So your energy is coming through as in, like, yes, you have this power, but where have you been focusing that light? Where have you been focusing that intention? Bringing that intention back to self, bringing that intention back to, what do I need? What do I want? What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? With an air of curiosity, not with a worrisome mode, not with a doom and gloom and woe is me mode. More to do with, this is what's happened, that's where the outcome ended up then. But from this moment, from this experience, from this awareness, from this intention now shifting, we can bring it to a different space in self. We can bring it to a different way of thinking about things. So a card just flew out. On its side, we may have felt left out before. We may have felt like we were on the outskirts of things. We may have felt like we were the lesser of the best kind of group. So it felt very much so of like an outsider, like I'm saying. There's so much energy running through. This is going through your fellow fire sign of Aries. This feels like it's something you want to leave behind. It's something that you don't need to hold on to, and you know you don't need to hold in, because you're having this masses of energy coming up of shining the light from within you, shining the light from divine onto you. You're seeing that past the negativity, you're seeing past the scaremongering, you're seeing past all those people. I don't know, I haven't been let's just do that as a different reading. Again, you're letting go of the wounds, you're letting go of the things which don't serve you. You're seeing them from a different perspective. You're seeing them from where you were weaker. I'm saying that very lightly. You saw that this happened because you allowed somebody to prey on your weaknesses, prey on your vulnerabilities, prey on your ability to be so loving, so caring, so wholehearted with certain things, but you didn't discern who to do that with and who not to do that with. Leo is going to show people that that is changing. This is not happening anymore. If you mess with me, I will mess with you, not in an attacking mode, but in a defense mode. If you come to me with peace and love and light, I will be there with peace, love and light too. End of. There's no animosity, there's no regret, and anywhere that there is regret or animosity or any bad feelings towards something that happened in the past that made you feel outside, that made you feel excluded, you really don't care anymore. It's not even a matter of having that conversation to make the peace with that person. Is to do with you handing over the responsibility to that other person, to that other group, and say that was their choice, that was their decision. I no longer hold the burden of that. I no longer hold the pain or the anguish of all that. I simply let it go. So this also can go over there now. Done, dusted. I love this for you, Leo. Absolutely fantastic. Really feeling like the vibe is shifting and changing. It is, because new fresh sunshine coming in, new fresh love coming in. You're identifying areas in where you didn't give yourself that love, you gave it to others, you kept giving it to that person, that group, that one. Now you're bringing it back to yourself, because you have that faith and trust that when you're giving yourself that love, not only are you going to be healing, not only are you going to be rebuilding yourself, not only do you know, feel, believe, trust that your strength and courage is still there, it's going to grow. You're going to not only be protecting yourself in a better way, you're also going to be protecting those who ask for your help and ask for your protection, but in the sense of they actually genuinely, sincerely are the people that need your help, but you're going to be able to help them because you're coming from an elevated space. You can't help people if you're coming down from here when you're on the same plane of things. You are elevating yourself up. You are elevating your perspective. You're elevating your consciousness, your subconsciousness. You are really, for those of you who are in this space, you're diving in and making sure that you're going for the positives of this eclipse. You're going for the positives of Chiron being in Aries. You're going for the positives of Mercury retrograde there. You're going for the positives of Venus entering Aries. You're going for the positives and then Mars going into Aries. You're going for the positives of North Node being in Aries. Aries is absolutely pummeled right now. And as an Aries, I can say, for those of you who are usually with me on my daily readings, I took a few weeks off from the daily readings because the energies were so intense. I wanted to make sure that I was being at my utmost when I come into to do the daily readings, but the energies were so convoluted. I had to shift certain things for myself to be able to see clearly your readings. So I took a bit of time off. All the better for it. I've realigned, reassessed, rejuvenated, reclaiming certain things, coming back, fighting stronger, strategically, firmer. And I feel like, Leo, this is what you're doing. You're coming back to the drawing board and seeing where I need to cut this out. I need to cut this out. I need to let them go. Make more space for that which is for my higher good. Make more space for that which is actually me, my authentic, divine, higher self. Communication coming in around this, you elevating yourself. I'm feeling the energies are so strong. They're courageous, they are roaring, they are beautiful and bright and confident, really, really invigorating. So Leo, please do enjoy this vibe. Again, there's other things also, walking away from things. This feels like it's more of an internal stuff that's been assessed and you're walking away from. This is the external influences which you are no longer wanting part of. This is therefore the internal stuff, that the certain internal thought process, the internal patterns, the internal influences of others which you no longer need. And you can see, it doesn't serve me, I don't need it. Poof, gone, done. As simple as making sure that you're resting and rejuvenating during this process, because it is such a deep soul. Cellular memory is going to be shifting. Don't be surprised if you have coughs, colds coming up. Don't be surprised if you feel a bit achy and things like that. But you're literally going into a space where I don't know really how to explain in words the fantastic vibe that you've got going here, because of letting go of this shit. Sorry for swearing, but at the same time, it was a load of crud. It was a load of crap. You didn't need to carry it, and you didn't. Therefore, some things you're entangled with, you are now figuring out how to juggle things, how to realign things, how to reassess things, how to reclaim things, how to make sure that you're letting go of certain things, but not burning the bridges, doing it in the most peaceful and calm way possible, lovingly, because at the same time, you don't want to be creating energies, you don't want to be of a conflict, you don't want to be creating enemies. You just literally are at that point of like, this is no longer for me. I'm going to put it on the side here and I'm going to bring in more of this, and that's it. All calm, all sweet, all lovely, all luscious, all abounding prosperity and abundance, affluence. What did I just say? Letting the coin come in, letting the abundance come in, letting the affluence come in, letting the prosperity come in, letting the love come in, letting all that great stuff that's been waiting for you, waiting on the sidelines to come in. Creating space for it to come in now means that it's going to come in. Creating space for it now means that it has a space to come in and reside in your heart. Strength. Leo, have an absolute fantastic time with this, because it's really radiating positively. I really urge you to not listen to the negatives. Like, I'm hearing so much about, I keep going into it and I don't want to go into it. Don't want to go into the negatives around this eclipse, because it just makes absolutely no sense for those people who are trying to elevate. Yes, there's crappy stuff that happens, but you understand that it can be the way you look at it, the way you approach it, the way you decide that your fate is going, decide your direction. You don't have to get entangled in other people's crap. Therefore, you are taking this position over here. You have worked hard to get certain accomplishments done. You have worked hard to keep yourself in some places emotionally, and that is your prosperity. I always look at this card as in you are deserving of those 9 cups. I don't ever see him as a greedy person. It's like, if you have worked hard for these cups, you have done all the due diligence, you have done all the time, energy, effort, attention, discipline to get these cups, you deserve the 10th cup. It's come out already for it. It's come out already with it. Therefore, Leo, love this vibe for you, love this reading for you. I just want to keep going on and on and on, because it just wants to open up, open up, open up. More prosperity coming in, more love, fantastic things coming in. So like I said on the live, it was literally 1 minute, just showing you the chart. Have a look at that if you like to. Join me at this channel, hit the subscribe and the bell, because yes, we have one side of the coin, but I always want to look at the optimistic, realistic kind of perspective. Be realistic, yet be optimistic. You can't lose if you're just literally just seeing the reality of things, and then work with what you got. Work from that space. This feels like you're really into that, Leo. You're really working on that. You're really focusing on that. And it just feels amazing to see this, because especially with some of the stuff that's being said about the eclipse right now, I'm loving that a lot of you, Leos, are not subscribing to that. You're not going into that. You're not being pulled into that stinkiness over there. So subscribe. Hit the bell. I will be doing the daily readings again soon. Let's just get out of certain energies, and I will possibly do one today actually. All the April readings are up, so you can check your chart, see how it's going in other areas of your chart, and yeah, leave a comment below. Anything resonating here? How are you feeling? So for now, peace and love.